This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today at the press conference in Leeds for Marching On Together. With me, promoter Eddie Hearn. How are you, Eddie? Okay?
Very well, mate, very well. You mustn't keep too long because you've got your taxi, Martin Murray. I mean, you started coming to these shows, you've got Martin Murray driving you around as a personal driver.
Yeah, starting to feel a little bit like Coogan.
Yeah.
No, but we're here today, as I've just said, for Marching On Together Saturday night. Josh Warrington against Joe Branca as the headline of fight. I think it's going to be a really good fight. Obviously, Joel's only lost to Selby, who's a class act, and big expectations for Josh.
I think looking at them squaring off together, you know what kind of fight it's going to be. I like watching the younger guys, I mean the lighter weights, they just go at it. We saw Santa Cruz against Morir, was fantastic. Their engines are unbelievable. Joel Branca's engine is unbelievable. Josh Warrington's got one of the best engines in the division. I think this is going to be a fight of the year contender, I really do. And it's a tough fight. I'm excited about the fight. I'm always excited to come to Leeds because the atmosphere is very special.
So I've been told.
Have you not been?
No,
mate,
not before.
It's unbelievable. But I'm excited about the fight because we know Josh Warrington is a great ticket setter. We know the atmosphere in Leeds is like nothing else. Is Josh Warrington world level? We'll find out on Saturday night.
Yeah. Okay. On the undercard, a few decent names. Obviously, fairly local lads. You've got Martin Morir fighting Torres, Miguel Torres, which is he's a hard-hitting Colombian.
I mean, listen, I was trying to match Jose Miguel Torres against Darren Barker probably about 2 years ago when he was a middleweight. Martin was a middleweight as well. He was always ranked higher. He beat Patrick Miljewski, who was like 15-0 at the time. Then he went on and fought David Lemieux. I was at that fight in Canada. It was on the Bellew Stevenson undercard. He went down about 7 times, but he can bang. He's got plenty of heart. As I said to Martin's fought 2 guys who are there to survive. Now you've got a guy who can punch, who's coming forward, who's going to try and knock Martin out, and that's when I think you'll see the best of Martin Murray. I'm really excited about this fight. I think so far it's been perfect. We've had 2 outings, getting him back on TV. Now he's in a real fight, and I'm excited. Most
definitely. Just sticking with Martin for a little bit. Obviously, we've seen Martin say in the last couple of weeks that he'd like the Abraham fight maybe after Torres. Or one more in between. But do you think that's a fight that you could make and you'd like to make?
I was with Callum the other day in Mallorca, and of course, the Abraham fight is a fight that a lot of super middleweights like. They feel he's there for the taking. I think Martin's got the style to beat him. Probably would have to travel to Germany. He's done that before. The plan for Martin is to have the big fights in the UK. Sometimes an opportunity comes up like Abraham that you have to jump on. But I think I'm very pleased with how we're progressing. I'm looking for a good performance on Saturday night. He would have boxed in Leeds, Manchester and Liverpool all in the space of about 6-7 weeks, which is great. And I think he's going to have a few weeks off and then straight back to it. We want a big fight for Martin Murray before the close of the year, whether that's for a world title or whether that's an eliminator of some kind. But he's ready now to be let off the leash. And Saturday's a tough fight. I think people automatically look at some fighters and say, a bit like Kell Brook against Diego Chavez. Are you serious, mate? Watch this guy. I mean, he's a serious dude. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing Martin on Saturday.
Definitely. Also on the undercard, the late replacement Tony Bellew. Sort of a supposed takeover fight, but he's getting out there. And
I mean, look, I think I've said in an interview with Coogan, these 8-round sort of tick-overs, you don't want too many of them on the card. But Callum Johnson pulled out with a week to go, and I wanted to give the fans some value for money. So Tony Bellew's a big name. I think last time he was in Liverpool he was a little bit ill, and I don't think he did himself justice. I think you might see a little bit of a more angry Tony Bellew this time, if that's possible.
Where
he can come out and be destructive and get the job done. But he's waiting now. October the 3rd is the date for Ramirez against Hernandez, and he wants the winner, and I can make that happen.
Very nice. Dave Caldwell, Tony's coach, isn't going to be on the corner on Saturday because he's out in Texas with Jamie MacDonald. His rematch against Tomoki Kameda. First of all, I think that the first win's just been so underrated. People don't understand how good of a win that was to go and get the win over there. So another tough job going to do it again. I think Jamie MacDonald's an underrated fighter. I mean, look at the wins he's had. He beat Sejar, who just won the WBC Super Bantamweight title. He's beaten Tomoki Kameda, although it was away from home for both of them. Still in America. And again, I think one more win against Kameda on Saturday. I think he's ready to move up to Super Bantam. There's some huge fights for him up there, but you can never underestimate Jamie MacDonald. It was a really close fight last time. And I think it'll be another close fight, but I can really see Jamie stopping him inside the distance late on. Sunday Night Live on Sky. It's going to be great. Definitely. Jamie, I was seeing him a couple of days ago and he was saying that he'd like the quick fight. Obviously both your guys. Do you think in the near future that's
definitely
a good potential?
I mean, look, we talk obviously Denaire and Frampton are names that are in the mix for Quigg, but MacDonald is another name as well that can slot straight into the super bantamweight mix, and obviously easily made.
That's it.
And if he steps up and wants that fight, it's definitely a fight we can look at.
Definitely. Besides this show on Saturday, you've got 3 shows in a row within the Saturday. So we've got heavy duty, Joshua Cornish for the Commonwealth, and then the week after Stephen Smith in his final eliminator against Neves Boschero. First we'll start with Joshua. Just any updates on there?
No, he's training really hard. His first major title fight, done 13,000 tickets, unbelievable. Cornish spoke to our media guys the other day. He's up for it. You know, he's a very quiet guy, but he believes that he can beat Joshua. And there's a lot of pressure on Joshua. You know, people just assume that he's going to go through these guys with ease. Cornish is 6'9", something that he hasn't come across before.
Undefeated.
Undefeated, confident. It's going to be a good fight. You know, AJ looks sensational in training. You know,
I was down at.
Yeah, he looks like he could. You know, I believe he's a world beater. But again, he's got to go through these guys. You know, you've got Hibbert against Ryan, the rematch on the undercard, fantastic fight. You've got Dylan White on the card as well. You've got Charlie Edwards against Louis Norman for the English title, which is a great fight. You've got Boylan against Connor. You've got Tommy Martin against
the guy pulled out. Did he not? Has there been a rescheduled fight for Tommy?
I'll come back to you on that.
Should know that one.
Apology if you're watching. You got young Reece Bellotti, you got Jake Ball, you got Ted Cheeseman, both making their debuts. It's a packed card, and 13,000 done for it already.
Yeah, definitely. And a week later, Stephen Smith in the Olympia.
Yeah, again, I mean that'll be packed out at the Olympia because it's a very small venue. But a tough fight for Stephen, really tough fight against Boschero.
It is.
And Cardle against Buckland, I'm really looking forward to as well because Buckland is tough to beat over 12 rounds.
He's had some good wins on his resume, I suppose, over the years, so you never know what you're going to get with Gary. Okay, mate, well that's it for today. Thanks a lot for your time, Eddie, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Will do. Cheers, mate.